We are live on the KGNS Digital News Desk. Thank you so much for joining us on this Monday, April the 8th. It is, whoa. Hello. Hello. All right, we're live. All right, so I lost my my IFB here. I can't hear anything. I cannot hear anything. That means I'm not going to be able to hear Laselli. But all right, we're live on the Digital News Desk. We're live to our website, live to our app as well. And we're live to our YouTube channel this morning. Yolanda Villarreal is with me, and she is, well, this is our solar eclipse coverage. And this is the beginning of what will be a full day of coverage on KGNS. We do have Laselli Garza and Heat Wave Burler, our chief meteorologist, on standby. Yolanda Villarreal is here in studio with me right now. Yolanda, everybody's been wanting to know what's the story with the weather for today.
Good morning, everybody. So for us here in Laredo, we're looking at those cloudy skies, and then also it's not expected to be sunny. So we are going to have a low visibility of seeing that a partial eclipse, because we're not in the path. We're going to be getting to see a partial eclipse. Those areas that are in the path are going to be seeing the total solar eclipse. So for us here, we do see from Laredo, Corpus Christi, Victoria already getting some of those showers, and then in San Antonio, this cloud coverage is expected to continue throughout the day. If we get some break in the clouds, that's when you're probably going to get to see that eclipse. So for us here in Laredo, it's going to be starting around 12:09, and then the maximum partial eclipse would be around 1:29, and then the partial eclipse will be ending around 2:51. So I do see that we're continuing to see those cloudy skies. Our temperatures this morning, it is warm and humid. We're in the 70s, some areas in the 60s, and then later on this afternoon, our temperatures will be very warm. Some spots are expected to get highs in the 80s, while others in the 90s. I know you guys can't see the maps right now, but I'm just talking about what you could expect. So these are the temperatures as well. We do see in the Texas Panhandle, those temperatures are ranging in the low 50s. There's a stalled front. That stalled front is expected to pass across Texas, and also through those areas that are expected to see that total solar eclipse. We're looking at lots of cloud coverage. Some of these clouds could be producing some light drizzle, and also during the eclipse, there could be some areas that could get some isolated to scattered showers. So moving on to our temperatures here in our viewing area, mainly in the 70s. I don't know if you guys could see that map again because it lost connection, but yes, our temperatures right now are ranging in the 70s. And then also talking about that severe weather that is expected across parts of Texas. Moving on to that severe weather, so we also see that our dew points are in the 60s. There's lots of moisture. We have that frontal system that is expected to pass. That's why we're also going to be seeing the possibility of some showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. Temperatures ranging in the 80s. It is going to be a breezy night with that possibility of some showers and thunderstorms. So this is the times that it will be starting for us here in Laredo around 12:09. Then the maximum partial eclipse would be around 1:29, and then it ends around 2:51. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just going to leave it there a little so you guys could watch that. That's for us here in Laredo. But as I was mentioning, there's some severe weather expected that will be happening after that eclipse passes, where parts in the northeast could be getting some strong severe weather, heavy rainfall. These thunderstorms could produce some hail as well with strong winds. So this is that path where we're looking at cloudy skies for Eagle Pass, Kerrville, and then in Dallas. Yes, right now you guys could be like, hey, it's looking like sunny skies for us, but you could also see that those cloud coverage will be increasing for them in Dallas, because they're also going to be seeing those rain chances after that front passes by. Mainly around 4 p.m. it's when they're going to start to see that severe weather. We already start to see that it's mainly from Houston all the way down into Victoria that they're getting those showers, and also there's already flood watches in effect for eastern parts of Texas. It would be mainly in the outskirts of Dallas that they're starting to see that flood watch, and that's expected to last all the way up to Wednesday around 7. So moving on to us here at home, as I mentioned, even though it's going to be cloudy, you still need to be wearing those glasses. That's that severe weather that is expected across Texas, from Dallas, San Angelo, Austin, San Antonio, all the way down into El Sinal, as we do see. For Houston, they're going to be also under this severe risk that is expected to last all the way up to Tuesday. So for us throughout the day, our temperatures for this week will be ranging in the 90s. It is going to be very warm, but also we're looking at breezy conditions. For Wednesday, we could probably be under elevated fire weather for us here on Wednesday. Back to you, Ruben.
All right, Yolanda. So will we or will we not be able to see the eclipse here in Laredo?
It is going to be mostly cloudy. You could try to be out there around the time that we're expected to see that partial solar eclipse and just put on your glasses and try to look up there.
Sounds
I know
good.
it's going to be difficult, but just give it a try.
Okay, thanks a lot, Yolanda. And so now what we're going to do is we do have Laseli Gadisa on standby, and she's with our chief meteorologist, Richard Heatwave Burler. They are live in Eagle Pass, Texas, and so we send it to them. Laseli and Heatwave, thanks for hanging on there.
Hey, Ruben. That's right. We're in Eagle Pass, Texas for today's total solar eclipse coverage. We're actually here at Maverick County Lake. This is a lake that they have here. People have been gathering, as you probably see behind us. And here we have Heatwave with us. Heatwave has these really cool gadgets. Heatwave, can you talk to us about these?
This is just an instrument that measures temperature, wind line, bouncing around 79, 127, and totality wind.
Heatwave, I know that we were really worried about the clouds. So do you think that the cloud coverage will change? I know that right now we're seeing, some breaks in the clouds, and I put on the protective eyewear, and I looked up and I actually saw the sun, but when we got here earlier this morning around 8 a.m., there was nothing. It looked like it was about to rain. So can we expect this weather?
Well, when we got here, it was about a 2,500 foot thick layer of moisture from about 1,500 feet up to about 4,000 feet up. So those clouds were fairly solid and thick. But that layer of moist air, it's still moist in the lower 4,000 feet of the atmosphere, but it isn't saturated through that whole layer. So it's a thinner layer of saturated air, which is why we're seeing some breaks in the clouds. And I'm holding out some hope that here in Eagle Pass, we may luck out and have some breaks in the clouds in the part of the sky where the eclipse is going to be visible. The sun will be about 70 degrees above the horizon at the time of the eclipse, so we want the breaks in the clouds to be up high as opposed to off towards the horizon. So I'm hoping.
Fingers crossed, Heatwave, that we can see the eclipse. And then Danny, if we can turn around the camera. Ruben, there has been people gathering here since early in the morning. Like we just previously mentioned, we got here at around 8 in the morning. We started setting up and we did see a few people out here, but now there is plenty of families out here. We actually got to talk to a couple that came up from Germany, and they told us they had been planning this trip for about 6 or 7 years, and they were very excited. But once they got here, they saw the whole cloud coverage situation and they decided not to risk it, so they headed up to Fredericksburg. But as Heatwave said, we might see the total solar eclipse with our protective eyewear. So fingers crossed, Ruben, that we can see it. Obviously, we will have all of this coverage for you guys here on the digital news desk and in our newscast throughout the evening.
Sounds good, Laseli. Thank you very much. I'm going to ask you to hang tight. I want to see if we can do something on social media real quick. Let me just wrap up on this one, and then we'll do something else here. So just if I can have you stand by, Laseli, with Heatwave there, and I'll come right back, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, so Laseli Gadisa is in Eagle Pass, Texas, with our chief meteorologist, Richard Heatwave Burler. So as Laseli said, we are going at, we obviously have a crew there in Eagle Pass. They will bring you coverage on Telemundo en tu Casa at 11, KGNS News at noon, and then we will have coverage right here on the digital news desk, KGNS website. You click on Watch Now, and it's the first channel that will cast here through KGNS and Telemundo, and of course on local news live starting at noon. Stay with us throughout the day for